Hello, I'm Battalion Chief Brent Dalton with Colleton County Fire Rescue. Colleton County Fire Rescue is a combination paid volunteer department that services Colleton County, provides fire, emergency medical, and technical rescue services for the citizens of Colleton County. We cover approximately 1,100 square miles. We have 36 stations, and we are an all hazards department. In April, we were dispatched to the Mars Oldfield boat landing located off of Augusta Highway in Colleton County for a reported drowning of a 5-year-old child. Our typical response to this situation is one supervisor, one medic unit, a fire station, a dive team, along with multiple boats. We also dispatch the sheriff's department for their marine assets. And we also include the Department of Natural Resources with their dive team and their marine assets. Our typical response is approximately 12 people on average to a scene. The department's dive team consists of 25 divers, all of which are a minimum of PADI Rescue Diver certified. We currently have 10 divers that are Public Safety Diver 1s. We dive Sherwood dive gear. We have 10 sets. Part of our complement is full face OTS Guardian full face masks, and we also include wireless OTS buddy phone underwater communications. Our typical deployment on scene is once we arrive on scene, we make contact with the witnesses and try to determine the exact point last seen. Based on this point, we begin our search for the drowning victim. And our initial search involves deploying our boat along with the sheriff's office boats that are both equipped with side scan sonar capabilities to begin a large area search to identify possible targets to narrow down our search pattern on. Once we've identified targets, we mark them with buoys with weights attached. We then begin to do multiple directional sonar scans of the target to try to determine if that target is a viable point to dive on. Once we've identified and narrowed down the points that need to be dove, we also include that scanning with the AquaEye handheld unit to try and confirm what the side scan sonar is saying. Initially, upon arriving on scene, we were given a point of entry that was near the boat landing. So all of our search for the first 3 days was based off of that point of entry, which did not produce any results. On day 3 of the operation, we were able to make contact with a different witness who gave us a point of entry approximately 100 yards downriver from where we had been searching. Crews then repositioned their search patterns to this area, and then diver Alex Koontz did an initial search of the area by wading into the water. Once that search was non-productive, he then entered the water using the handheld AquaEye scanner and was able to identify a target. I'd like to introduce Captain Koontz and have him tell you a little bit more about his events. Captain Koontz.
I'm Captain Alex Koontz with Colleton County Fire Rescue. In late April, we were dispatched to this area for a drowning where a 5-year-old went into the water. A couple of days of searching, we were given not the most accurate of last seen locations, but a few days in, we were given a better last seen location right down the river over my shoulder where there's a tree branch that comes out over the water. After relocating to the last known location, we put on our dive equipment, a Sherwood gear, and we waded out into the water where we searched underneath the log. After that search provided no results, I relocated to the shore, at which point I used the AquaEye and I scanned from left to right on a long range scan, hitting multiple targets on the opposite side of the river with one close target to us approximately 6 meters out. I changed the scan to a short range, and after scanning again multiple times, probably at least 10 times, I was able to hit the target each time about 18 feet out or 6 meters, and we decided to dive on that target at that point. We repositioned our boat that we had downstream, and we tied off onto the branch just past the 18-foot mark where we believe the target was. Went down on a tag line, and we're going to do a pendulum search starting swiping left towards where our target was located. After swiping left, We did not find anything, but I did feel some debris with my foot. I then felt a tug on the tag line, at which time I surfaced, and I was told that the victim had popped to the surface, and we were able to recover her. So with using AquaEye, we were able to recover the victim. Without using it, I don't believe we would have found her anytime soon. By diving into water, you have very limited visibility, high current. It's a very dangerous place to dive if you're not prepared. AquaEye made the dangers limited as possible by having us dive on one target instead of continuously searching for something with such bad conditions. Without the AquaEye, I'm not sure we would have found her in such a the time frame we did, and would have been continuing searching for multiple days.
Well, in conclusion, this emergency was a tragic event by all sense of the imagination. Fortunately, due to good detective work by our teams working with witnesses to determine the point that the victim was last seen going into the water, the use of improved ultrasound technology such as the AquaEye were all key in ensuring that we were able to locate the victim and return her to her family as expeditiously as possible, and to increase our divers' safety. We had many divers dive that during this emergency, and some of them have very hundreds of hours underwater. And in their own words, this was the most dangerous dive site they've ever dove. And fortunately, we were able to minimize that with the use of equipment such as the AquaEye.